I'm a big believer in do what you know. I would love to go be a professional golfer or fisherman. I'm not good enough to do it, so I'm doing what I know and having a blast at it. Our culture, I call it a vibe. Our vibe is, have fun. I know that, you can make a ton of money in this business. You can lose a ton of money. At the end of my life, I don't want to be remembered for money, or, I can't take it with me anyway. I want to have fun, and I want to impact people in a positive way. And so, if I really put that message out there and live that message every time I'm around these guys, they start to understand, man, this is a fun job.
One of the things I think that really stood out to me, meeting Keaton Turner, his age, right? You expect someone of his stature and his company level and experience and expertise to maybe be a little bit older, but he's very approachable.
I've known Keaton for a long time. I was doing a different job, and Keaton called me and asked if I'd be interested in doing something like this again. We worked together once before, and we had a sit down and we went and talked. He wanted to make a company about people. He don't want to yell, scream, he don't want to do none of that stuff because they don't get you nowhere. So I said, well, if you're willing to keep your word about things and you're willing to do certain things and implement new things, then hell yeah, let's do it.
I think company culture is our biggest differentiator. We do have kind of a different business model. We are structured a little bit differently than a lot of companies, but internally and externally how we treat people is the differentiator. I treat our guys how I want to be treated whenever I get a phone call, and I treat our dealers the same way. My philosophy is, when I call you, I want you to treat me like I'm your best customer, and I try to actually be that best customer.
I've worked in a bunch of different industries. I've worked in tech before, I've worked in drones, I've worked in software companies, I've worked in agriculture, worked for defense firms, but this is my first mining gig. When you get to see the amount of earth we move, and the people are real, and they're trying hard every day, and they're giving it their all, there's nothing better than that. Why wouldn't you want to be a part of that?
If you have a family at home, and you still want to make good money, but you still want to be a family man, this is the perfect place for you. If you want to try new experiences and learn some different things, this is definitely the place for you. If you want a 9-to-5 job, then by all means go ahead and get that 9-to-5 job, but I promise you, when you start here, you'll never want to leave. I'm only 25, so I still have some ambition to go see bigger and better things, and this place has definitely let me do that, so I love it.
I figured out, man, there's a big white space here. A lot of the folks that are service providers in this industry, they don't do it on a national scale. No one's doing it from coast to coast, just mine services. So, we're the only mine service firm who works across the country, because our clients are global clients, but national clients. They have sites everywhere.
So Keaton approached us with a generalized idea of equipment that they wanted, sizing, which is pretty standard in the industry when you get into these projects. It's a typical excavator size, it's a typical off-road truck size, but they also relied on us for some of our expertise. What are our suggestions? I think one of the things that Turner's fight was at first was, how big is Alta, how big is Volvo, and can they really meet this scale? And I think that's what they were filling out. Their expectation from Alta and Volvo was to be able to supply equipment in an environment that's very tough to keep machines running in. And it was Turner's expectation to align themselves with a company and a branding that was progressive and able to provide a level of service that was second to none.
It makes zero sense for us to build a workforce of 23-year-old kids because there's just not enough experience to help develop leadership. And it also makes no sense for us to have a workforce that's 53-year-old guys, because we know that's not sustainable, long term. So it's the right blend of experience that's willing to teach young people, and it's also the right blend of super talented and passionate young people that just need someone to kind of take them under their wing and show them the right way and the wrong way.
I think it flows in the company culture. We really believe that you can take, for example, you can take an 18-year-old guy or girl that has never done this before, and we have many of those that have never been in this industry. We can take them, we can groom them into what we see as a great operator, and it's a model that's really worked. But I think a lot of companies don't do that as well. I think they don't allow people the opportunity to say, I know I'm in a haul truck and I'd really like to run a dozer. That's something that we do a good job of, is allowing people new opportunities.
So when new people come in and they're trying to figure out what they want to do in life, whether it be 18-year-old or a 60-year-old person, doesn't matter. Depends on their attitude and how they want to do stuff is how we further go. And everybody's got different attitudes and different ways of learning. So with that being said, once we get training and showing them, because we really try to implement taking care of people and showing how we're doing things and actually doing it.